back. This is our last question in the Fireside chat. I'm Congilio, true fire educator. With me, as always, is my assistant, Douglas.
Your toddy, sir.
Oh, thank you so much. I was getting a bit parched. Douglas, what do you think of this lovely red guitar? It's kind of pinkish hue. Almost matches your waiter towel there.
It's quite lovely.
How does it sound?
Is indeed. Sounds fabulous, sir.
Did you know that the name of this guitar is called Fret King?
Indeed, Fret King.
Yeah, fit for maybe a blues king.
Oh,
the king of the blues.
I'm
not the king of the blues.
A blues master.
Well, perhaps, but in any case,
it is payday this week. Is it?
Last I checked, it's next week, actually.
Okay.
Do you have another question?
A question. Yes, the question is. Oh, it's the final question from a Mr. Steve Schrader.
I'm familiar with Steve.
I'm certain that you are, because it says here that he is the top commenter.
Quite an accolade.
Quite. Melody, harmony, rhythm, all play their parts in Western music. But of the three, only one stand alone as king. Which of these three would you say is the most important, and why?
Ooh. I was excited to answer this question.
Oh, I'm sure you are. Please, sir, continue.
Well, you're right, Steve. They're all three very important pieces that make up music. But I believe that rhythm is the one and only thing that you cannot be without. And here are some of the reasons why I stand behind that. I believe that rhythm can be harmonious, melodic. I believe that a drummer can sit behind a drum set and play melodies on instruments that aren't necessarily pitched instruments. And I think rhythm is the one element that sort of is universal. Obviously music is a universal language, but rhythm is to me where it starts. A tribe in Africa can do nothing but play on drums, for instance. No pitched instruments, no plucked instruments, no bowed or instruments that are blown into, and you still will have great music that's strictly rhythmic in nature. Also, I think one thing that's important to mention is any of the licks that you learn, any of the phrases that you learn are all fueled by rhythm. They can change depending on the rhythm. I like to teach a student, if they're playing something as simple as a C chord and they're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, that's music. It's very simple music to some people. But without this, what I call your rhythmic engine, it's just this. Kind of has no end, it just keeps kind of going until you stop it. And when I start it again, that's some sort of rhythm. And as long as we put them together in a fashion that is consistent, we have what we call music. We have harmony, we have melody, we have rhythm that makes up music. But without our what I call rhythmic engine, this is just a note that's sort of left out there to do nothing. But if I do this, to me suddenly that could be a song. Maybe I add 2 notes to it. Or maybe I add 2 notes together. And play a little chord riff like that. Now we're putting all those pieces together, but it would be nothing without the engine, which is rhythm. So I was very excited to answer that question. I feel very strongly about guitar players particularly having their right hand together, their rhythm together, because I think it makes all of your stuff in your left hand sound even better. You can't have one without the other, but so many people neglect their rhythm hand, right hand if you're a right-handed guitar player. And again, you can't have true, maybe, music without all three, but in my opinion, as long as you have rhythm, you have music. So, thanks for asking that, Steve, and thanks for asking all the other questions and being a top commenter. Sorry I can't get to all of them at this time, but thanks for viewing and being such a a good TrueFire loyal student. And thanks to everybody that have watched these videos and asked these questions. I want to thank TrueFire, all my buddies there, the folks at Fret King, and the folks at Evertune for supplying me with some great stuff. And I will definitely see you in the Solo Factory and all of the other blues courses available at TrueFire.com. It's literally your one-stop shop for all music, particularly guitar instruction, with some of the best educators and players in the world. Check them out at TrueFire.com as well as Congilio.com. And if I can bring my lovely assistant Douglas back in for one more moment, be sure to check him out. Not at DouglasTheServant.com, but Doug Corey and his band of Broken Hearts. He's a lovely singer when I let him do his thing on the weekends. Only like Saturday evenings and Sundays, though.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you. Nice job.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful questions. Sorry, you can cut that out.